Look. It's that guy who does nothing but heavy squats. Oh. His legs are all veiny. Haha. One day, I jump to the stars. I wish for the ability to switch between normal sight and sight that makes me see all the people that want to have sex with me. Granted. You now have the ability to close your eyes. Hate my haircut. What? You didn't ask for the on rather. This looks like you're a small town southern lady who moved to a big city and discovered she's lesbian and is trying to fit in desperately. Guys, please stop asking Santa for a 5'8" brunette horse girl with a nice bum and lots of sass. You're safe. I asked for a girl with personality and lack of narcissism. Don't listen to the naysayers. While you in Paris, I can see the entire Eiffel Tower being reflected. It's extremely difficult to find a picture of Stackhouse coaching where he doesn't look like a dignified yet super confused vampire. W. Joe Exotic is Steve I wins Wario. Imagine buying an expensive stroller for an ugly baby. With this reasoning, your mom must have pushed you around in a wheelbarrow. That's a lot of effort to announce that the bride and groom are siblings. You're kinda like Rapunzel. What? But instead of letting down your hair, you just let down everyone in your life. Jimmy Fallon laughs like he has a trained sniper on him. Rappers today be looking like a desk in detention. Your music is too loud, I'm calling the police. How does he fold a towel? How are you not the asshole here? You're slut shaming your adult daughter for sleeping with one guy. If you were any simpler, your husband would have to water you twice a week. Homie woke up and combed through his hair with a fried pork chop. Oh my god. That lip is huge. She looks like someone with a peanut allergy that just won a peanut butter eating contest. Chris Evans with beard versus Chris Evans with mustache. I'm going to let you off with a warning. Have a nice day. Versus sir, I'm going to need you to step out of your vehicle right now. Alright, I'll bite. What do I do for a living? Work as a butler in a haunted mansion and put your little hand in the mashed potatoes. If your child puts his/her hand in the topping, you have to pay for the entire container. Thank you. The ones offended by the sign are the type of parents who have kids that smell like hot dog water. They would destroy me. Draw. I would wear their skin. I love iDubbbz. But he looks like if Walter White sold kids instead of meth. Imagine being straight. What music would I even listen to? The same kind of fucking music you listen to now, you fucking crayon chewer. I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore. Father's Day is a sexist concept. Maybe happy sperm generator for conception day. Listen Albert, there are approximately 380 billion trees in the Amazon rainforest and most of them work hard to produce oxygen for us, so there is at least one tree out there working hard so you can breathe. So I want you to find that tree and apologize to it for wasting its hard work. Bland boring Jessica. If she was a spice, she'd be flour. It's amazing when people who don't live here care about American politics. Nobody gives a fuck about European politics. We are your heroes and gods. If they are gods, then they are Greek gods. Utterly useless and fucking their sister. I'm so in love. This boy makes me the happiest person ever. The things he does, the things he says, his humor, his smile. He looks out for me. He helps me. He's the definition of a dream guy. That's all. Remind me, 1 year. Why does he look like a struggling Italian football coach in Serie A? Sean Penn says he is thinking about taking up arms against Russia. Honey, you need to use my tweezers to find a dick. Oh sweetheart, I'm a grown man with a beautiful wife and kids, so little dick insults have zero effect on me. But if you'd like to send those tweezers over, I'd gladly pluck a couple pubes out so you can sprinkle them on your head where your hairline used to be. Now kindly crawl out of my DMs, you fucking White Walker. Twitter is full of women who see this picture and think back then I would be the happy big titty bimbo who other women side-eye for being hot, but I have interacted with enough of you to know that in the 60s you would all be in mental asylums. Which astronaut is from Arkansas? People from states ranked 47th in education rarely become astronauts. Close street they get to the moon is the crescent one on the outhouse door. Please no, if you're someone who brings a book to the bar. Nobody likes you. How much of your life, expressed as a percentage, have you spent gesturing for women to take out their earbuds? I hope that every sock you put on will be slightly rotated just enough for it to be uncomfortable. May your tea be too hot when you receive it and too cold when you remember it is there. May you always step in a wet spot after putting on fresh socks. May both sides of your pillow be warm. May your article load that tiny extra little bit so when you are about to click on a link you click an ad instead. I spent $6,000 and over 40 hours building my 100% movie accurate Groot costume, and yet all the idiots in my office cannot stop emailing about Shannon's dumbest toddler's bullshit baby Groot costume that honestly looks like a turd in a marshmallow. Do you say yes? Your boyfriend proposes. He says he didn't have time to save up and buy you a diamond. Instead, he makes you one out of wood and a cheap gemstone. Do you say yes? No, I have settled twice for cheap rings. I want to be spoiled and deserve it. And how will you spoil a man back? Definitely not with appearance and definitely not money wise either. Third divorce on its way. I'd rather give a rabid skunk a proctology exam in a closet than ever deal with that auntie again. I'm a bombshell. Me or iPhone 14. There's no way you wipe good. She looks like every age ad once. The worst part about kissing a perfect 10 is how cold the mirror feels on my lips. On reflection that's 01. First time and IDK jack shit. Did I get cheated? If you got caught with this in a jail cell they would let you keep it. I mean I don't complain about shit and I'm the 400-pound dude banging out your mom. My brother in Christ, the only thing you're banging out is your knees on the way to the fridge. You was at the club bottoms up when I first met you. Glad to see my Grand Theft Auto Online character is out here grinding. If Willy Wonka was from New Jersey. Jeremy Allen White photographed by Eric Ray Davidson for GQ. In Joker, Arthur suffers from a condition that causes him to laugh loudly and uncontrollably, even when things are not funny. When he tries to do stand-up, he has difficulty finishing a joke due to laughing too hard. This is a reference to Jimmy Fallon, who the character is based on. I've never been more proud of my country. Teen Olympian overslept, lost coat, said fuck on TV, and won United States' first gold of 2018. Truly an American hero. Overslept. That sums up the work ethic of that generation. How many gold medals do you and your cat have? Go knit some cat mittens, Deborah. Praying for the people in England. What happened there? They live there. Brother really said walking person. Lil Pump is the type of person to put a ruler under his pillow and see how long he slept. What does her boyfriend drive? He drives crime statistics in his area. Cardi B makes music for single moms who say my kids are my world when grandma has full custody. If Axe body spray was a person. This is not mannequin sitting next to me on this flight. She is asleep and snoring. The final boss on LinkedIn. Chat. He looks like the type of person who tells his friends that the lady who works the drive-thru at McDonald's is in love with him because she accidentally gave him her extra McNugget. Jake is the type of guy to look up and down when crossing a road. Sorry to say, but this is #NOTMYARIEL. I'm not racist, but this is out of my expectations. Fatima, you can't even pick your own husband. What makes you think you can pick your own Ariel? Guys that are grossed out about girls getting their periods are lame. I'm sure your mother was praying to get hers, but got you instead. Tragic. Can they raise lifeguard requirements? I'm sorry, but I just don't trust a 19-year-old 110-pound blonde named Mackenzie with the IQ of a McChicken to save my life. I hope they get a heavy diarrhea during the pollen season, so that every time they sneeze they shit their pants in public. Kim Kardashian. She looks like a weird collection of spare parts. It's like someone tried to draw a blow-up doll from memory. This is an absolutely perfect description. Every time I do something stupid my dad stares at my mom like he wants a refund. CR1 title looks like if John Wick gave up after they killed his dog and started a keto diet. But it is to me, and I like it. When you skip brain day. My mother just told my brother to change his sheets before his girlfriend comes for a visit because we don't want her to get pregnant. Just by sitting down I nearly pissed myself. Destruction 100. What's up, virgin? Not anymore. Just ask your sister. I don't even have a sister. Dumb fuck. Just wait 9 months. I'm gonna kick your ass says that looking like an androgynous baby Barbie doll. Does your boss know you joke about design industry on Twitter? Yeah, he does. If you'd like to contact him however please feel free 07395. Hey, my name's from the recruitment agency Media. I was wondering if you knew about your employer Tommy Mason and his Twitter material. I'm my own boss, you wet wipe. Tommy. I'm an idiot. Bruh, he looked like a breadstick going through a goth phase. The world's dirtiest man Al-Haji who last showered 65 years ago and lived on a diet of raw animal meat and a pack of cigarettes a day passed away at 94. He believed soap and water would make him sick. So he lived to 95 and got 0 bitches. Not worth it in my opinion. You shower and get the same result. Great job on that 0 seconds of walking you just did. 0 seconds. I bet your parents change the subject when people ask about you. Original content, my license photo. The only thing the woman who took my photo said was "You're okay with this?" Surprised you, they let you select M instead of offender. Cardi makes music for people that wash paper plates. This guy goes into a liquor store and asks the cashier for identification. You can create unique jewelry from old unnecessary things. Why does this guy have the face of a lumberjack and the body of a white mom? People who get diarrhea from Taco Bell are weak and their bloodline is weak. And history will forget them. If you saw yourself getting sold on dark web and you decided to buy yourself, how do you think they'd deliver you to you? Bold of you to assume I have the money. Bold of you to assume that you're expensive. The puddle at the gas station. Why does this guy seem like he's the patient who killed the actual psychiatrist and is impersonating him at the trial? The worst part about kissing a perfect 10 is how cold the mirror feels on my lips. On reflection that's 01. Charlie looks like the guy who would greet random strangers with namaste. You are offered $1 million if you can name a place where nobody in history has ever had sex. What is your answer? You know, the person who invented the fake X button in mobile games, his bed. I thought I looked nice in my sweater, but my fiancé said I looked like a retired member of the X-Men. Why is Penguins Zero screaming? Penguins Zero looks like a really successful homeless man. This model looks like she's cosplaying every Scooby-Doo character at once. Wendy Williams is for women who were bullies in high school and now they spam their pyramid schemes on Facebook. Your dick is so small, when you put it inside a girl her immune system fights it. No PS5 today because the gaming PC I built leaves it in the dust. You'll be like the vegans of gaming. You just won't shut the fuck up about your preference despite no one caring. I wouldn't want you if we were the last 2 people on earth and God put an R-15 with a 100-round drum to my head telling me to repopulate with you. The man I want versus the man that wants me. I wish for the ability to switch between normal sight and sight that makes me see all the people that want to have sex with me. Granted. You now have the ability to close your eyes. Now I know why you'll cover your faces. Greeks just gave us this horse fucking losers. Women are hornier than men. Changed my mind. I was so horny once I made a hole in my wall and started fucking my house. Not sure if they're a virgin for life or vegan for life. VGN for life. Either way they are probably staying off the meat. No way my professor put this up on a projector in front of the whole class. OFR, your body your choice, WTF my foreskin it then. I was 23 years old when I realized Who Let the Dogs Out is a song about ugly bitches in the club, not letting actual dogs out. I want a daughter, but not a baby mama, how that work? Adoption. I don't want them used as kids. Individualistic. He looks like a sophisticated Shaggy. Twin sisters with 2 completely different aesthetics. One says daddy, the other says father. They are not dangerous if you raise them right. I strongly disagree. Blonde women with Chucky tattoos are dangerous, no matter how they are raised. How my mom felt after naming me Emily instead of Emily. Forever grateful my parents didn't name me Halle. Halle. This could be us, but your dad loves you. Why the fuck are men gay? Girls have buttholes too. Breaking news, gay rate drops to 0%. Car looking like King Charles II over here. Why this toilet shaped like LeBron James? Applebee's 2 for $20 is not a date. But you sleeping on a slice of bread? My mom upgraded herself to business class and my sister and I received this text 10 minutes after boarding. Hello poor people. Sick pedophiles are pretending to be chicken nuggets online to lure kids. If your kid goes to meet a chicken nugget, that shit is just natural selection at that point. They say you either look like a hot mom or a cigarette mom. Needle mom. A Twitch streamer caught a man trying to act normal after seemingly recording her at the beach. She's literally showing it on stream to thousands of men. What's the difference? Sir Isaac Newton died a virgin. That's what you get for inventing calculus. If it's a $8 bill, of course it's a trap, you dumbass nigger. Don't get caught in the trap. Ashley 33. He likes to watch. Imagine seeing your therapist post this, laughing my ass off. I hate being a therapist. Do you have a girlfriend? Nor why. Your girlfriend said I should ask you and send her a screenshot. I'm bored, so I just put a pregnancy test in the bin at work to cause some drama. He think everything a fucking game. A bird landed on my girlfriend's head. That ain't no bird, that is an omen of death. Lumfeo OTF King Julien want with me. Country code 261, area code 3461646, 2 Madagascar. 30 minutes until the $1 million Fortnite tournament starts. Get on Fortnite and start warming up. My son has been talking about this non-stop. He says if he wins he will use it to boo us a house where him and his sisters can play. And buy toys for them. He ain't winning. Me, one piece of cake won't hurt. The cake. Half at. No, you make me a sandwich. Why is she dressed like she's debating If Sparta should go to war or not. My girl give the best head. On God 100. What the fuck? Nigga, you heard me. Damn girl. Rua construction worker cause her building. Building. WTF does that mean? Mind your own business. Her ass is like spacious. What? Sorry, I don't want to say fat BC, it might trigger a red. Listening to Kana is like sorting by new on the shower thoughts subreddit. Thoughts on being happy. I respect it, but it ain't me. Bruh, no offense, but that haircut is the reason hats were invented. Future homie Arwanas in France are now looking into straw houses. Did a big bad wolf write this? How it started vs. How it's going. 5 months down. Real flowers are temporary, saving money is forever. Happy Valentine's Day. Babies be eating anything. What the fuck is apple chicken? Gerber apple chicken dinner. Have we ever fucked? Nigga. Put our bitch phone down. If you're not dating to marry, then you're dating for heartbreak, let that sink in. I'm dating to get my vagina licked, Emily. Thought I looked cute as hell today, and my boyfriend told me I look like Pinhead Larry. Hamster ass bitch. Welp, got banned from OnlyFans. Hey, you do requests. What's your request? Bye. Can you send a video of your father telling you he's proud of you? Hi. I'm PayPal's virtual agent. To get started, simply ask me a question. I'm still learning, so if I cannot help you, I will direct you to additional resources. I got scammed. Great. If men didn't exist, who would protect you? Protect us from who? From whoever gave you that haircut. So my girl almost died 3 times in my apocalypse dream cause she don't listen. Now I'm irritated. The male version of you cheated in my dream. I literally just found out that my teacher who roasted me in the 5th grade died in a fire. Look who's roasted now. She's a 10, but says how after you ask her something. She's not deaf, her brain just lags like an internet explorer. W responds. You a clown. You the balloons I walk with. His head is shaped like one of those deformed peanut M in milliseconds that you sometimes find in the bag. How did she sneak out at midnight with those things clapping? Who the fuck be 18 plus without a license? Dumb SpongeBob Asnagus. I need whatever the fuck this person's smoking. Donna $10. No Donna. Kids look happy to me, I ain't donating shit. But you will be soon, baby, trust. I'm not a burger. Ladies, you'll ever been on a date that was so bad that you couldn't wait to get back to your man. How can you eat these precious creatures? Is this rhetorical, or are you looking for recipes? My girlfriend forgiving me after I caught her with another dude. Sexist air conditioning. She looks like a Walmart version of Mark Cliffer. I'm sorry, but I thought you were cosplaying Peter Griffin. Black men turn me the fuck off. You all literally disgusting me. I will never marry her. We are not trying to marry no motherfucker with capital gums and lowercase teeth anyway, ho. You're 6 months late on rent. This is gayer than having sex with a man. It's so cold I'm doing the Ariana Grande. Is there a white person inside you? Is this like a costume? This shit looks like fried erasers. It's no way KFC think this shit look appetizing. Beyond fried chicken. My daughter crying because she cheated on her boyfriend and I told him. That form tell you it's her inside job. Man throws brick at window of New York City gay bar. Video. He looks like he carries his own block of cheese. Colombian protester single-handedly holds back an armored water cannon truck with a homemade shield. Captain Colombia. Jake Paul looks like a gay stripper with daddy issues. Dropped Series X onto asphalt. Large crack on the shell but it still works. Is there anything I should be worried about? Holding a baby. This guy looks like if Gordon Ramsay decided to take skincare medicine at 29. This is 10% fucked, 20% whip, 15% AliExpress lead strips, 5% showy, 50% lame, and 100% gimmick for the internet fame. Which celebrity is considered a sex symbol, but you just don't see it? Sarah Jessica Parker's PR team worked overtime to convince the world she was a sex symbol. She and Adam Driver need to hook up and have a pony. Why do men bring condoms and never use them? The same reason you all bring purses when you all go out to eat and don't pay for nothing. Men, what's preventing you from dressing like this? I understand dryer settings. He looks if you take off his glasses his nose comes off with it. Artists who fucked up their career in seconds. This guy's lower jaw is trying to escape. Suspended DUP counselor charged with child sexual grooming. I don't know, a real pedophile would make more of an effort not to look exactly like a pedophile. Looks like he got diagnosed with depression from a BuzzFeed quiz. My cousin was eating a peach loud af and my grandpops yells damn it boy. If I was blind I'd think you were sucking dick. Charlie looks like the guy who would greet random strangers with namaste. You look like the two guys from 21 Jump Street mixed into one. If you put their brains in birds, they'd fly backwards. Elon Musk is what happens when the ghost of a 14Y/0 who died in 2011 and the ghost of a 19th century oil baron try to possess the same body. Every day this guy spends $2 million. $2 million a year. Brian Johnson looks like the healthiest patient on the cancer ward. 6x99 is in the hospital after reportedly overdosing. I pray to God he recovers. I don't want motherfuckers to start calling him a legend or playing his music 24/7. Mid drinks. My man here can tickle his brain when digging for budgers. Dude can probably finger bang a girl he's in a long distance relationship with. Most honest used car ad I've ever seen. 2003 VW Jetta no longer needed by my son as he seems to take my Tahoe whenever he wants. Body in good shape, interior as well, though smells like a crayon factory. Backseat unused, he couldn't get laid in a monkey whorehouse with a fistful of bananas. Runs well, may need fresh clutch, because he drives like a little asshole. He has a darkness in him, but he's doing his best I think. This face is like when I'm trying to listen to someone talk, but I start wondering if I was a good person in high school. Woman shoots man 17 times. By miracle, no shots hit the target. The woman looks like she's trying to watch her singular brain cell bounce around in her skull. Hey, I need a favor from your parents. I want to have a handsome baby. How can my parents help you in that? Can you ask them which position they fucked in so I can avoid it? The moment both players realize a mate in one has just been blundered. Bro went full YouTube thumbnail. They turned Soren into an elvish school shooter. Dude looks like he just tied a damsel to train tracks. Vince McMahon has a new look. Do you remember in 1999 when the US accidentally bombed the Chinese consulate in Belgrade, Serbia? It was a case of an extremely precise but inaccurate strike. The bombs hit the target, but it was the wrong target, maybe. Thus is the case with your paper. This paper is a very interesting and well written paper with very little to do with the actual assignment. What did your parents tell you when you were younger so you'd eat all your food? Eat your food or I'll make you eat Domino's pizza. Oh, they call her Holly because every old dude in a midlife crisis has ridden her skanky ass. Why does he tweet like the non-player characters in Pokemon games? Thanksgiving cuisine is such a delightful symphony of flavor. Yeah, I look good, now show yourself. You look like you have a slot for a license plate on your forehead. This is exactly what I was thinking, laughing my ass off. Where the fuck is his ribcage? How does he breathe? Yeah, it's the lungs that I haven't figured out. And when he says you could watch his turds moving through his large intestine. Maybe he is just so skinny, oxygen can transfer through his skin and reach all his organs? What is one thing keeping you from having sex? Actually finding someone who wants to. Zaloft. It's made it so hard to come. My girl, she's far away from where. Not sex but masturbating. Sometimes. I'm ugly and have the social skills of a wasp at a picnic. Timothy Chalamet looks like a pointy Italian shoe that was turned into a real boy by a witch's curse. She's like an alien who went to Earth to study us, but accidentally got famous and can't leave. My vagina is a Venus flytrap. It attracts flies. Wanna see something foul? Possibly. It's begun. Dear God. Not quite full bun length, but I'm getting Norse in this shit. God, it's like watching two cavemen discover fire. And then forget about it. And then discover it again. There's nothing more satisfying than being prettier than your ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. Fact that he's not going for just looks anymore means you taught him a valuable lesson. It's not that Hitler's art was bad, it's that his art was extremely mediocre. Every college student and bored middle-aged women from back then was painting like that. His art was the equivalent of the quirky girl playing ukulele on Instagram. Man drugged and robbed by Cardi B says it was still better than listening to her music. Facial hair gone. For now. Let the jokes fly. You look like the black student they put on university brochures to show diversity. How you got a beer belly and a six-pack? You look like a ninja turtle. One time in middle school I dated a girl for 4 days, and when she broke up with me, she posted on Facebook, sometimes your knight in shining armor is really just a loser in tinfoil, and to this day, that the sickest burn I've ever gotten. This video looks like they had a $30 budget, but spent it all on weed. 480 BC genetics. You're a 10, but it's on the pH scale. What do you genuinely not understand? How I get taller and more handsome every time my grandma sees me. She shrinks, and her eyes get worse. Praying for the people in England. What happened there? They live there. You look like a procedurally generated NPC from Skyrim. Cashier, your total is 9.99. Me, here's 10 and keep the change. Brother Budger's living in a mansion. Maybe Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriends break up with him at 25 because their brains finally fully develop and they realize what a huge mistake it is to be with him. Why I never trust a MF who drinks milk. I love how milk has become the universal symbol of true evil and psychopathy in film BC. It's both valid and correct. You'll just think milk is for psychopaths because your dad never came back with it. This kid was born with a suspended driver's license. She looks like a South Boston bartender. Miley Cyrus stuns in new photos. In fantasy, why are the little people, halflings, dwarves, etc., always portrayed as the best cooks? Adding on to that, what would dwarven cuisine be like? Tolkien was British. To him the concept of tasty food was as much of a fantasy as elves and dragons. She won the gold medal. I think she knows how. Does it look cool? Yes. Will their wrist shatter the moment they fire? Absolutely. Bean bag-shaped mayonnaise filled men trying to explain to a gold medal winning female athlete how her sport should be done. Classic. How do you tell someone you're very stupid politely? Wisdom has been chasing you, but you have always been faster. You're as original as crabs in the evolutionary tree. Charlie looks like when Deadpool gets torn in half, and he grows back a baby's bottom half. Turning a woman who would never speak to Ian Miles Chiang into also that. Using artificial intelligence to fix broken, damaged people. Joe Rogan admits schools don't have litter boxes for kids who identify as furries. Schools barely have lunch for kids who identify as hungry. My IQ is probably 5 times more than yours. 5 times 0 is still 0. Why dad calling his child son in the first place? It is because of people like you there is a tutorial video on how to drink water. Danny DeVito isn't going to die, he's just going to keep getting smaller and more dense until he finally collapses into a black hole and swallows the earth. Be honest guys, is it over for me? It's over for him if he wants to fold towels. Why does her body structure look like my profile picture? Raylane, 22 Livingston Parish. Her name sounds like Scooby-Doo saying the word alien. Boys, you mean sex toys that are rude and don't even vibrate? No thank you. Whatever, fleshlight that cries. I can't see. My bangs are getting too big. I may be pregnant with another universe. Speaking of big, have your boobs been expanding again? Also your ass. Are you hiding a black hole back there? Ignore him darling, he is not your real dad. He's just some creepy old pervert that likes to impregnate virgins. Yoo-hoo. How is my little angel? Pat. Can someone please Photoshop out that disabled thing? Thanks. Done. You have no class, racist. It's literally a $15 cab ride from your hairline to your eyebrows. What should I name her? #MYNEWTOY. Call it free throw, so you won't ever sink it. Did he just say that she comes? Brother woman don't come. Well, maybe not your woman. Zuckerberg is the only human that looks more human as a gore-ored shaded low poly third model. To a dick mum, 45, says nobody will give her a job. Personally it's not the placement, but the fucking miserable quality of the work that bothers me most. It's like she gave a bunch of kindergartners on Ritalin withdrawal sharpies, had them go to town on her face, then had a junkie with a prison needle system make it permanent. I've got a dick and a knife, and one of them's going inside you. I'd prefer the knife cause that way I'd actually feel it. What is the evolutionary historic reason why women aren't attracted to intelligence? Surely intelligence helped the hunting group getting a juicy mammoth. Women are attracted to actual intelligence, how to succeed in life, not intelligence, eidetic memory of one's entire peep folder and strategic knowledge of how Germany cold won World War II. Drake the type steal your girl because he is better, more famous and sexier than you broke boy, stream her loss. Drake the type of guy to make a Reddit account after finding out about this subreddit and post this thinking he'll get up votes. Piers Morgan denies being home alone to Pigeon Lady. The sun is the most unreliable piece of shite rag in the world. The fact that it's called the sun is an insult to the celestial body that has helped Earth since the dawn of time. You have the aim of a person who has a good paying job, a wife, and a family. Best way to insult a gamer. No, you make me a sandwich. Why is she dressed like she's debating if Sparta should go to war or not? You look like you eat buttons off the remote. You know how dogs have human eyes? Well, you have human eyes too, but like the ones dogs have. If my wife ever left me, I'll never have sex again. I asked my wife if she was attracted to me. She paused for a long time and said she appreciates my contributions around the house. What the fuck is he wearing? Looks like he dressed up as a baby crib for Halloween and forgot to change after the party. That one black person you can play as in a 1998 to 2005 snowboarding game. I'm notifying all my old boyfriends that I'm getting married and I'm officially off the market. I'm sure the pulse setting on your shower head will be devastated. Blockbuster cancelled after one season at Netflix. Netflix killed Blockbuster twice. What you look like? I'm so ugly. No. No what? No cap. One twin looks like she knows how you die and the other knows when you die. Gray stripe. Once in the 4th grade this guy got a 2% on his math quiz, so everyone called him Milk for the rest of the year. In the space below please write any overall comments about this course or instructor not covered above. If I had 1 hour to live, I'd spend it in this class because it feels like an eternity. You sound like you have the Joker as your profile picture. Okay, we can all universally agree that other schools have way more attractive girls. Skill-based matchmaking. I'm Muslim and even I know when Iraq is absolutely fucked. This shit looks like it was shoved in one of them Hot Pocket sleeping bags and microwaved on Zap Me Daddy for 8 minutes. Hey, rip to her brother, gun violence needs to be stopped. I have a boyfriend. And I have a brother that's 6 feet tall, not deep. That's not funny. Wanna know what is though? How you can take hundreds of back shots, but her brother couldn't survive one. Traffic stop yields approximately 7 grams of suspected marijuana. Good work, Officer Thomas. I've seen bigger busts on Paw Patrol.